Hello everybody, welcome back. In this video we will finalize our truck. Although the truck is quite good, but we will add one more thing, which are the you can see the chain type designs in the sides of the truck. Usually we can see that, so we will do that as well, and we will also create the front safeguard for the vehicle. So we will just create a maybe a cube, and then we can just place this cube over here. We will just go to edit mode. We will just press 1 S to scale it, and SX to scale it out a little bit like this, and SZ to scale it like this, and we will just place it to the right position. So I think here maybe, and SY to scale it to Y axis again. Okay, so this is our card, and we can actually select everything, scale it to Y axis a little bit more. Okay, and then we can place it to the right position. We can actually make it mirror if we want to do so, but I will not do that, and we will just create some loops here. 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 I think, and we will create a loop to this side and to this side as well, and then we will just select this section, this polygon actually, and the other polygon to this side, and then we will just press EY to extrude it to Y axis, EY again, okay, to make it like this. Definitely we will just press A and SX to scale it to X axis a little bit more to get some better result like this, and we'll just place it here maybe. Yeah, that's good. And now what else we need is that you can see some step in the trucks. So we will select the front polygons, like maybe I will just add some before that. I think we should extract the polygon 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, so till here. Okay, and then we can just extrude it to Y axis, extrude it to Y axis again like this. Okay, and that's good. And now we can just actually we'll just select this loop and this loop, this loop and this loop can't be selected, so we will just create another loop here, and if we select these two loops and if we scale it, you can see we can scale it like this, and this look bad actually, so I think this is better. So now we will just create some inner loops if we want to do so. So here we can create 3 loops, here we can create 3 loops, here we can create 3 loops again, and 3 loops here. and the purpose of creating loops is that we can extrude or delete some sections as well. Okay, so I will just extrude the sections to get that type of effect. So we will select these polygons like this, and this one. Okay, one polygon is lesser, but I think that's enough. So now we will just press EZ to extrude it to Z axis like this. Actually, sorry, again we will do EZ, little bit extrusion, and that's nice. If we go to subdivision surface, this is good, but definitely we need some extra loops here. So we'll just select this and we will just move it a little bit more. Okay, and now we will just create some loops here to this corner, to this corner as well, and if we increase it and if we check the result, now you can see that the result is quite good. Okay, that's fine. And now in the last we will just rename this thing. So we will just name it as a front safeguard like this. And what is this thing? We will just check it, and this is the back body, so we will just rename it to back body main. Okay, and now we will just move these two objects to the main truck, and we can just add some texture on this safeguard now. And before that, I think we will create the last thing, which is the chain. And for creating chains, we can just go to shift A, mesh, and we can create a torus. And we will just bring this torus over here maybe, and we will just, actually I will just go back to delete this torus. We will create the torus again. I will keep the parts 14 and 7, and now we will just move it here, and if we press shade smooth, you can see this type of result. But we will also add subdivision surface, and one is absolutely fine, not too much. Okay, and if we add 2, it will be very smooth. Okay, 2 is good, I think. So now this is our object. We can just go to edit mode, and we will select everything, and we will press shift D to duplicate, and we will duplicate it to y-axis like this, and then we can rotate it to y-axis like this to maybe 90 degree. Okay, we will just move it to RY 90 degree. Okay, like this. This is good. And then we will just select these two both. Okay, and again we will press shift D to duplicate it to y-axis, and now we have this type of chain. Although you can use the definitely you can use the array modifier to get some better result. Okay, so we will select everything. We will press S to scale it, and while we are scaling, you can see the result. It's totally mess, and that's why we will just bring it here so that we can see the size of the torus. And I think this much size is good, maybe. Let's see. So Yeah. Okay, what I will do, I will just select these three in wireframe mode, these three, and we will just delete these. Okay, and now we will select this one in the actually edit mode, and A to select it, and we can just move it here, and we can just rotate it to Z axis 90 degree, not Z axis, rotate it to X axis 90 degree. And now if we go to shaded view, you can see that this is our chain base, so we will just add it here, and just for the idea that how it will look like, we will just go to 1, and you can see it's too big for the chain, so we will just press S to scale it, something like this maybe. Okay, and this much is good, and now we will start duplicating the chain. Okay, so yeah, now we can just do two things. We can just go to object mode, and we will just duplicate it in object mode, shift D and Z, and then we can just rotate it to actually this one, and we can rotate it to Y axis 90 degree. Sorry, we'll just go to edit mode and rotate it to Y axis 90 degree, not Y axis, rotate it to Z axis 90 degree, and then we will select in object mode, we will select both. Okay, and then shift D, and we will just move to Z axis, and now we have this type of chain, and this size is good, I think. And one more object we will create, shift D, Z, and till here it is good, I think. Okay, and then from the last, if we select this torus, and if for example we will just select the this section and the other side as well, this one, and then if we extrude it to Z axis, it will be good, I think so. So like this, sorry, okay, it's the problem. So we can extrude it to Z axis little bit with shift, and a little more bit more for the sharp corner. Okay, so now you can see that we have a nice chain, and that's it. We will select everything. As you can see, these are the separate objects, so we will select every object, sorry, with shift we can select all of these objects, and we can just go to you can press Ctrl J to join these objects, and now this is only one object, so we will just add name of chain here, and now we can just array or duplicate the chain if we want to do so. And I think we can array it, and before that I will just add the texture to this chain. For the textures, I will just check the texture. Here you can see the brush gold texture, which is good one, I think, and brushed iron is also very nice for iron type shape, and this is the texture with the metal, and we also have other texture, but metal we will use. And I think brush gold, let's use this brush gold for the chain, so we can just move it. Actually we will go to UV editing, and then uh, here in UV editing we can just drag drop this material here, and now we will just go to materials, we will just add a material, we will just name it chain material, and we will add this material to the base color. So now if we see the chain, you will see that we will have the iron texture here, the yellowish iron. So you can see, I think this could look this look good. So now we will just add a texture to this section as well. We can add the black texture and the iron texture as well if we want to do so. I think for this we will add iron texture, okay, the straight iron texture. So I think this brushed iron will be fine for this. So we can add this here, and we will just add this material, and we will name it to safeguard matte material, and then we can just add this, and we can add the material. Yeah, this look good, but we have to add some metallicness, so we will just go to metallic, and we will just press 0.5, and for roughness we will press 0.3 as well, and we will just right click and shade smooth to make it better, okay. We will also select this one, and we will also click shade smooth. We will also add 0.5 metallicness and roughness 0.3. that will give us the metallic type result, okay. Yeah, that's good. And now we will start duplicating this thing, and we will definitely array this object. So we can just select this. Actually in edit mode, our gizmos are at right spot, so we can move it to the left. And what happened? Okay, we can press A, and then we can move it to this spot, and then we can go to modifier, we can go to add modifier, we can just go to array modifier, and then we can add counts, and we will just add the factor a little bit more, I think like this, or maybe a little bit more. 1.7 is good. And now we will just add the count 4, 5, 6 maybe, and then that's good number. And we will select we will just finalize this array. So we will just click here, and in object mode we will just apply the array. Now this is the one object, and we will select everything. We will just duplicate it, shift D to duplicate, and we will just move it to the x-axis, okay. And here we will just place it to the right spot, little bit inside, and now we will just duplicate it again, shift D, and to y-axis, and then we can place it here maybe, okay. Yeah, that's good. And similarly we will place these things here to the sides as well, if we want to do so, and that's it. But I think these chains are too heavy, so we will not do that, and we will just add these chains in the front only. And the second thing is, I want to join these chain with the safeguard as well, okay. So we will just select in object mode, we will select this thing as well, and we will press Ctrl J to join. And now hopefully we will have only one object, which is front safeguard, and this is the object, and we can move it like this now. Okay, that's very nice. And now we have truck already almost ready, although we can select these doors if we want to do so, and we can select edit A, and we can move these doors to the right position. You can see we have a little problem here, so we can move it a little bit inside, okay, like this. And now you can see it's in the better place. Similarly to other side, we will just tweak the things, and then in next video we will just export our model to Unity. Okay, and before that we will just set the interiors as well, and we will just arrange the things at the right positions. That's it. In next video we will move further, and we will just export our truck to the Unity.